Hey, just gonna do a run through the Hotbox, dismantled right now since it's winter. Last summer it was this rig when it was 13 cards, and then a single ASIC just to help keep the heat out of the house. So up here, just a small window. I've got it blocked off for now, but there's two holes cut, two big holes for the fans here. So I got these guys. Got two of them. That was the exhaust, so that was mounted right at the window on the left. And then here's the intake, so that was mounted on the right there. And then I used these little hangers to help stabilize them. And then I actually just used the styrofoam, the packing material that they came in, because they had perfect little end caps of styrofoam, so that's what's actually in the window. And then I just taped it all up. The box is just insulation board. I live in a rental, so I couldn't really make anything more permanent. It's got a door, got a little pull handle, so when I was doing some testing I could close it from the inside. But the door closes, and then just have little pieces of tape, hold it closed, slaps it over, little strips of weather stripping around the edge so it makes a nice tight seal. I had this hose coming down, so the fan was in the window, and then the hose was laying all the way at the bottom of the box just to provide fresh air. Pretty much the GPUs were sitting here, and then I had a single ASIC sitting there, and then I used an exhaust tube on that guy. So this thing here was mounted to the ASIC and then ran up and out the window, so it exhausted out the window. At one point I had 9 ASICs in here all tied together using these things, these little ring adapters, and then just some elbows, and joined them all together so they exhausted out one exhaust. And I fed intake with this. The big thing with home mining is you really need just as much intake as exhaust, because if not, these miners will start sucking air through every little crevice in your house, and you will have so much humidity. Your AC will continuously run. Once I finally figured this out, it was a summer day. I couldn't get humidity below 90% for 2 weeks in my house. AC was running 24 hours a day because this thing was just pulling air through every window, every door crack. I actually still have a sticky door that I didn't have before I started home mining. I was talking with a guy on Discord. He had done that for 3 months, and he actually had to replace every window in his house, had to replace a bunch of drywall. He ended up getting mold in his house. I was just constantly fighting with humidity. So you really need to have just as much intake as you do exhaust. So what I have here for my fans is I have some smart dimmers. I'm sure you can find something else. This is a Control 4 system. It's something I do on my regular job, so it was easy to piece together and create. But I'm sure you can find some smart dimmers, and then you can really find that perfect balance of intake to exhaust. The easy test I did is once the box was closed, had this little flap here, little cut hole, and you can actually feel the air blowing out or pulling in. You can throw a small piece of toilet paper and just hang it there. If it blows away, you got too much intake. If it's sucking in and holding it there, then you've got too much exhaust. I actually have a little fan meter. I would just mount in there, and I would just watch for it to reverse until the blades stop spinning. Really hard to see. Once the blades stopped spinning, I knew I had a perfectly balanced. Just a bunch of Home Depot supplies to get it all done. I just had my basic intake on my ASICs, just running normal. And then on the exhaust, I had these mounted, and that was going to all the, I think it was 6-inch hose. all mounted together with 90s and T's, and so it was one single exhaust. This is kind of the only mine when profitable area. Not so much fun on these ASICs anymore, but still keeping them. So yeah, so that's the Hotbox, dismantled for the winter. Heating the whole house with these guys. Ran all my wires through the side. Just cut holes. This stuff is super easy to work with. So yeah, that's the Hotbox. Probably be turning it back on in March or so. Putting this rig in there. I got my second rig ready to go. Right now, just heating up the stairs. Just waiting on one more card to fill the 7th spot here. Just got a dummy card just literally sitting in there, holding up space. This is the 20 series rig. Just got it all put together yesterday. So that's about it for today. Later.